So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm letting them know we're starting a new chat now.
Okay, so who here doesn't do an introduction at their parties? Oh, I'm so proud of you.
That would be horrible if somebody raised their hand.
You would be surprised, okay? I'm so proud of you all. Okay, we ready? Crystal.
I'm working on it. They make you type in something to go live. Okay, demo. 3, 2.
Yay. Okay, so the reason why you want to make sure that you do an introduction is because a lot of times not everybody knows who you are, right? So you want to walk in and be like, hey, so here we are, right? So you want to also make sure that you're making a connection with them. So that you are chatting with people, that you're looking at people in the eye, that you are making connections, right? Because otherwise you're just like the weird, creepy sex lady who wants their money. Let's be real. Okay, so the other thing is that you are going to tell them a story, right? And it also leads the groundwork in order for you to be able to have recruits, future parties, all that, right? So, hi ladies, my name is Jennifer. I am a national director. I am one of 2 in Florida, actually. I have been doing this for a little over 2 years. I absolutely love what I do. I have 2 master's degrees and I will never do anything else because I get bored easily and this is never boring, right? So I used to be a mental health case manager, actually, and I fell through a porch in Zephyrhills, actually, when I was about 4 months pregnant. And I was like hugely pregnant, going into homes and going into prisons and going into mental health facilities as well. And when you're like this big around, you literally look like what? A giant X on your belly, right? So there was a case where one of the clients came in and said that he was going to bring a gun. It was just a knife. It was really no big deal. But my husband told me, Jen, maybe it's a good idea for you to go ahead and be a stay-at-home mom like you've always wanted. So I said, okay, sure, sounds good. Put in my 2 weeks. They all hated me. It was really funny. And then new house, new baby, and things started to add up. And that following December, it was about 4 months later, my husband was like, so Jen, babe, I love you. But I'm like, no, okay, fine. So I started looking at jobs, and what ended up happening was that I was actually considered overqualified because I had been doing mental health for so long. So I couldn't do a night job or something, helping people get their medication and things like that. So I would have to work full time, and that's not something that I wanted to do. So I had been to a pure romance party when my daughter was about 2 months old or so. I was like super late because it was like, Matthew, you know how to boil like water for milk, right? That was ridiculous. So I was an hour late. I walk in and they're talking about lubricant and toys, and I'm going, okay then, hi. Hadn't really explained to my husband what it was, so I came home like about 2 hours later or so with a big bag of goodies, lubricant and toys, you know, the fun, which is what I had actually seen. Dropped my goodies out of on the bed, and my husband was like, so where did you go again? Baby wearing meetup.
Nice.
So, fast forward to that December, it was the Founders Day sale and everything, and I started talking with Krista, and she's like, hey, can I call you? So I started talking a little bit, and she had offered me the opportunity 2 months before, and I was good before, so I thought, right? So it ended up happening that I looked at my American Express, looked at the phone, and said, I will call you back. Went ahead, called them, spent my last like $300 literally on my card, and then called my husband. And I said, so honey, I kind of did something. Please still love me. And he's like, okay, what did you do? And I was like, so I just bought a business kit. I'm going to be the sex lady. I'll talk about it when you get home, okay? That's called doing a Felderman.
That's kind of how it works with my husband too, honey. What had happened was...
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. He was like, I have no idea what that is. Because, of course, I had never told him what that first party was. I'll talk about it when you get home. Okay, cool. He's like, well, it's done. Like, it's your money, whatever. So all you have to do profit is $500. That's it. So my first party was $800. My first year, I did $60,000 in sales. I hit President's Club my first year. I recruited about 20 women or so. My second year, I did $77,000. So kind of grew from there. I hit senior director. Now, you know, I am national. No, my first year I actually hit senior director, and now I'm national director. So, and there's over 100 women on the team, and they're all over the country, and it just kind of like builds and builds. And you're like, oh my goodness, this is an insane ride, right? So that is, and now my husband is being retired from the school system. So like, it's really crazy how quickly things will build up as long as you work it. So that's my story. So who here, ladies, has never been to a pure romance party? Yay! All right, so party virgin. So my favorite is a party virgin, and I will tell you why. Because of the fact that you have no idea what you're going to expect, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to expect. So I have a promise, okay, that I make to my party goers, and especially my party virgins, and it is that I promise that this will be easier than your first time. Right? So I also promise that you will probably have more foreplay with your clothes on than you do get at home, which is also totally okay. I'm a sex lady. I'm here to help, right? So the other thing that I promise is that we are not going to be yucking at anybody else's yum, okay? And the reason why, Joe, I always use you. I don't know why. I just do. So
I got that face.
I know you do. So plus, you know, she's fabulous. So what I do for this typically is I pick on my hostess. Because a lot of times even if I don't know them really well, Kenya can tell you that I have talked to her, you know, like she was a referral. So I have talked to her, so we have some kind of rapport. And I'm like, so I don't know anybody, I'm going to use you a little bit, okay? And she's like, okay. So I warned her a little bit, and I thought, okay, so we do not yuck in other people's yum because we don't want dolphin sex to happen. Who here knows what dolphin sex is? And they all look at me like I'm insane. Mm-hmm. I go, okay, so dolphin sex, ladies, is when it goes in that wrong hole and you go, okay? That is really, really, really horrible. We do not want dolphin sex for Joe, okay? So, and everyone's like, oh my God, she just did this, okay? Typically. So people are like, okay. And I was like, so we're not yucking out of people's yum, right? Also, what happens at a pure romance party stays at a pure romance party, okay? It's kind of like Vegas that way. All right, so what I can promise you too is we're going to go nice and easy, okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a game. We're going to go ahead and talk about lingerie, bath and beauty, and by the time we talk about toys, you'll be more than ready for it to start, okay? Fabulous. So what we're going to do, and typically what I do at this point, is I play Dirty Little Secret or I play the sex chore game, okay? So the way that the sex chore game goes is everyone go ahead and write down a chore that you hate. Y'all write a chore. All right, tell me why you hate it. Write it down, okay? And I'm like, okay, so, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, so I personally will not wash a dish because it's wet and yucky. And they're like, I gave them an idea, right? So now I tell everybody, go ahead and take that chore, scratch it out, and put sex over it. And they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, we're gonna do this. This is happening, okay? All right, so, and I start usually from this end or this end. I pick on people, and we go all the way around the room. And typically, for me anyway, it works really well because everyone is laughing and chatting, and I've broken the ice with my introduction and with dolphin sex. Okay?
Excuse me, I have to take this as the hospital my son's in.
Okay. So,
Hello?
then what I go ahead and do from there is I do that game and everything, and then I said, okay, ladies, so tell me why it is that lingerie exists. Who is it for? You or him? Most people say us, right? And I was like, yes, exactly. The reason why is because you get that perfect piece of lingerie and you're sitting here like modeling in that mirror, and you're like, oh my God, my butt looks so good. Oh my God, look at my boobs. I want to rock it out tonight, right? So you are basically hyping yourself up, right, with that foreplay. So foreplay is already starting because you're already loving it on yourself, okay? So I go ahead and I pass all the lingerie that I have, okay? What I have here is the Temptress. I usually have Blush. I have Embrace here. I have Twilight. And I have 2 pieces of lingerie that no longer are sold. I also show Showstopper, too. It's really pretty. And Fearless, too, because it makes your butt look fabulous. You've seen her pictures. So, it makes your butt look amazing, okay? So, typically, that's what I do. So, I go ahead and pass. And then I take out the coochie and I go, okay, ladies, so you've seen my fabulous lingerie. Now we're going to talk about my coochie because it is fabulous. Now, they all know that I just had a baby, and they're like, well, we know that. So, I'm like, wait, not done, wait. Right? So I go, okay, so my coochie is fabulous, and the reason why is because it is an anti-rash shaved gel. So that means no more razor bumps, no more, you're not going to have any more weird, you're not going to have any more deadly itch. What ends up happening is you go through that store and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, what is that? The reason why that happened is because the hair is starting to grow back in and it's actually itchy because it's rubbing against your clothes, right? So this is going to make that not happen anymore because it's actually going to keep your pores closed. And it's also going to be really nice because it's going to have keratin in it, which makes your hair start to grow back in softer and smoother, right? So if you ever done this before and been like, oh man, I really, really have to shave, you no longer have to worry about that either. And because of the fact that it smells fabulous, you won't mind it. And because it has keratin, it's great for your hair conditioner as well. I have no shame and I totally use Gucci in my toddler's hair. So about this point, I'm like, all right, ladies. So if you look in your, I use this, in your lap board to keep myself really organized. These are my lap boards, okay? So I have the wish list on hot pink paper. You cannot miss it. I have a catalog. I have a blank piece of paper that I play my games on. And I have a customer connection card and also a card, okay? So I tell everybody, okay, so go ahead and find that fabulous bright pink piece of paper, okay? That's gonna be your wish list. So every time that I talk about something that you like, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna circle it, you're gonna go ahead and write it in. Anything that I don't talk about, you can just add in at the bottom, okay, that I talk about that I don't have. The other thing about this too is that 10% of all retail sales is going to our fabulous hostess, Jo. Jo also is getting lots of free goodies from me. She's not paying full price for anything. So we want to make sure that we're definitely hooking her up, okay? Usually that is what my hostess will say.
Yeah, or they'll be like, let's get them drunk.
Because they know where it's going to come from, right? So they're like, I was like, I also believe, ladies, that, you know, she should get stuff now and later. Who wants to know about how that works? So they're like, seriously? She's getting stuff now? And I'm like, Who wants to know about what's going on there? And they're like, yes. I was like, and that's how I book parties. That's my booking game right here. And okay, ladies, so when 3 parties are booked today and hold, she's getting $100 in free goodies when the last one holds. Okay, so they have to happen. And they're like, and you do this at my party too? And I said, I do that at every party. And they're like, I'm a party. Because they know that they're going to get more goodies. And so I was like, okay, ladies, so, and if they're just sitting there looking at me like, what are we up? I'm like, okay, ladies, so this means that if your list is starting to look like it's longer than your arm, then you probably want to have a party, right? And that's what I usually get. So people are like, okay then. Sounds good. I'm like, all right. So this does not mean, ladies, that you're getting everything on that wish list. It just means you liked it, okay? And you're going to want to make sure that you're putting flavors and scents that you liked, because otherwise you're like, I like that one thing that kind of tasted good, Jen. And I'm all like, girl, that's like 4 things in there. Really? And so this way, this keeps it going. And that wish list also is really nice because it says anti-rash shave cream for coochie. So you can go ahead and you can put in whatever you want for it. Okay.
Is this on the CEO, this paper right here?
That paper is
Because
on the
I've been
COO.
using the what's in the catalogs, which
This is so much
and
better.
It's so small.
Exactly. This way, that person doesn't feel like a dirty gertie, so to speak,
So you
because
can
she had
order
everything.
those?
I need
No.
that.
No, you
print
print
them
them.
out.
They're
You
free.
just print them out?
On the
I
COO
wanna do that
search
one.
It's
wait
editable,
list.
so you can put whatever you want on it.
How do you get like these Let's Connect cards?
They're inside your catalog.
They're just take them out of the catalog? Or?
You can also.
Yeah, they're back where the lingerie is.
Blackboards.
And how much
What's
are
the
the
cheaper way to
catalogs to order?
Dollar
Dollar store.
Yeah.
The catalog.
No, those are actually like the binder, and I cut out the
And
middle.
cut it, yeah.
Okay.
Cut the middle off.
Oh, okay, so that's cheaper to go than just buying like individual clipboards?
Yeah,
Clipboards
so
are
Yeah.
$2 to $3 each. That you pay $1
or
or
$1.50
Yeah, $1.50
for the nice
and
ones.
you cut them in half, and just make sure that the binder has the ring part in the middle.
Okay.
Because the Walmart, sometimes they have it on the side, and then you can only use one side. So go sit there, and then you're like, seriously? I've had those moments. So this way, you go through, you just check it, and you're good to go, and it's like $1, $1.50. And they last forever. So even if somebody walks away with it, how mad are you going to be if someone walks away with those clipboards?
Pretty good.
This one is not very bad.
I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah.
Expensive ones, yes.
Exactly.
I've been using folders.
So this
but I
way-
like that.
Yeah,
those.
and they're hard, and it automatically gives them something to
So
write on, so
write
they
on.
have an excuse to write some more.
Yeah.
That's good too if you like to play the fantasy penis game where they draw on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's why I have it as well.
That's alright.
I like the fantasy
Draw
pants.
it on
It's nice and fast, so you can keep going. So it's really nice because you don't have like right behind you. You don't have all the like outside conversation or anything. You can bring it right back in, so which is really nice. And yes, I talk with my hands, and I usually am like sitting doing this or something. So a lot of times I don't have the outside conversation, which is really nice.
Has
right?
anyone tried like a you know hot potato? Do like hot dildo?
We don't do that because it makes people uncomfortable, and we have moms and grandmothers at our parties typically, and it's also not corporate approved.
What do you mean, like to just pass them around?
It's not. It's so. Say you have.
This past weekend, I just had a bridal party for the soon-to-be pastor's wife for a church. Yes.
Can you imagine?
So
you're trying to do pass the dildo at a party like that.
So you're not supposed to pass the dildo around because the lady that did my party passed every one of them.
Well,
that's
okay.
different.
That's
That's
okay.
different.
But to play a game with it, you are now like basically forcing someone and making them feel uncomfortable, making them feeling obligated that they have to play the game and participate.
Right.
If you pass the toy around, like if she gives me something
It's not a game
and I
though.
don't
It's
want
like
it,
feel this
Right, just
vibration.
pass it.
I just won't touch it, and I'll tell her like you can take it or no, thank you. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to
Right,
touch it.
okay.
You have a choice to say yes or no. But if you're
Okay.
playing a game, you're now making someone feel obligated to
Yeah.
have to participate,
you
and
see
they're
the
gonna feel
difference? Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
But I do pass toys, but I don't make a game out of it. It's more like sexual health. This toy is going to stimulate this, which gives you this kind of orgasm. See the difference? It's not a big difference, but it is a difference in that you're doing more talking about product information instead of being like, let's play with Mr. Dependable.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Very different. Okay, so
I'm new. Sorry, I'm asking a lot of
No,
questions.
very good.
I'm trying to get tips on how to.
So if you could do me a favor, guys, and you could hold like your questions till the end. Otherwise, I will never get through my demo, and we'll be here till like 11 o'clock. Okay, just like with a party demo. Okay. So Body Dew is lazy girl lotion. Okay. It also like makes me have to go. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this like this. You know, like imagine if somebody was going through your going in your demo like as you're doing a party and like interrupting you 60 different times. You don't remember where you're at. Okay. So Body Dew is a lazy girl lotion, right? So the really nice thing about this is that it has pheromones. Who can tell me what a pheromone is? Somebody tells me, I go ahead and give them the ticket. Pheromones, ladies, are our own natural scent, right? So it's one of the reasons why people are attracted to us. Who here has ever like held a baby and gone, oh my gosh, I'm not giving back, right? Because that baby is covered in pheromones, right? It's one of the reasons why moms are told to like smell that baby's head, right? So as we get older, we have slightly less of them. So this gives us a boost, okay? It also makes us in a really good mood. Who here has ever been in such a bad mood that they literally couldn't stand themselves? There's always that one girl, right? And they're like, you sit there and you tell yourself, I'm not walking out the door because, oh Lord have mercy, that poor person, right? This is going to put you in a better mood. This also is really nice because it has safflower seed oil in it, which actually is going to work as a mosquito repellent for most people as well. And I put it on my daughter. It puts her in a better mood automatically, and we have less meltdowns. So it works really well. Body Dew also, who here has a tattoo? And I go ahead and I put it on
Just used
tattoo.
it, just got a fresh one. It was
That's
amazing. It actually healed 10 times faster.
Exactly. Miracle Oil works as well.
So it
Nice
heals
tattoo.
the tattoo.
So it will also help to brighten the color of a tattoo that is starting to fade. And over the course, if you start using it more and more, it actually repigments that tattoo. So it's actually cheaper than going and getting it redone. So that's Body Dew. Who here runs really warm all the time, right? It's Florida too, so we all pretty much run warm, right? So if you put Kiss in the refrigerator, it actually stays cold, and it is an all pheromone spray, right? So the nice thing about this is that you go outside and it kind of like the weather's changing, it kind of smells like eggs, you know, when your kids come inside and it kind of smells like that. Well, you no longer have to worry about that because you can spray this in your hair and your clothes, and it's going to saturate your hair without making it greasy, and it's going to make you smell like this all day long, okay? It also puts you in a good mood, it's cooling, and it stays cold all day. So if you keep this one in the car, one in your purse, right, go ahead and you go to the happy hour and you spray yourself. Go home for a happy hour and you, just saying, right? So this works really, really well, and it will last you a really long time as well, okay? So the Sweet Fantasy, and I'll also what I do is I go here and I go, okay, so can I have access to your boobs, please? And someone goes, yes. And I do that all the way around the room, right? Because this way it actually does feel cool.
It actually really does.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's really good.
I used to put it on people's necks, and I started putting it down people's shirts because not only is it an excuse for me to like bend in, or like with the body do, I put this on the person's weenus, also known as their elbow, and I feel your left is your licker, your right is your sniffer. And when I come around and I go, "Can I have your weenus, please?" and people go, "Yes," and they give me their right arm, and I go, "Hi, my name is Jennifer. This is part of the foreplay. How are you? I'm going to rub you now." And I walk through, right? So they're going to remember me because each contact that you're having, each rubbing that you're having is making that person like you, actually make a connection with you as well, so that they are super, super excited at the end, okay? So that's Kiss. This also works really well too for anybody who smokes, right? Spray this in your hair and you're no longer going to have an issue, right? In the winter when you have those bonfires and like where you go to the bar or something, you're like, why do I still smell like smoke the next day? This is going to keep that from happening as well. Or you go ahead and you make food and you smell like food the rest of the day. You're like, oh my gosh, why? These are all of the reasons that I love Kiss, okay? Working a stressful job, you need Kiss, all right? Not talk highly of. All right, so this is Miracle Oil, okay? Miracle Oil is going to help to heal your tattoo when it's really literally brand new. It's going to help heal scarring. It's going to also help heal cradle cap. It's going to help with burns. It's going to help with all kinds of things. Like Miracle Oil is seriously my favorite thing. You ever have dark spots on your face due to hormone changes or eczema or anything like that? This will heal it, okay? Also, a couple of drops in your shampoo, in your bath water, in your shower gel, anything, okay? It'll actually help to give you better skin, okay? And that's Miracle Oil. I cannot keep these in stock, ladies. I can't. I have 6 or 7 or 8 at a time. By the weekend, it's gone. And people buy them like 2 at a time. They're like, I need one for me, myself, I need one for my aunt, I need one, like, it's ridiculous, okay? This is skin therapy. So if coochie is going to be your peanut butter, this is going to be your jelly, okay? So this is going to continue to heal those pores and close them all the way up, so it actually gives you a longer time between shaving. So that means you can go about like 5 days without shaving, and it keeps you from having those ingrown hairs. If you end up having like a little bit of acne and you're like, where did you come from? Oh my goodness, oh my god, I feel a little stressed. Spray yourself with it and actually will help to heal it and get rid of it. I use this as toner getting out of the shower. Why? Because my pores are all open, right? So I go ahead, spray this, close my pores, and then I put my makeup on. So this way I don't have open pores as I'm trying to put on my makeup, okay? So that's the skin therapy. Body Boost, ladies, literally is lipo in a bottle. Okay, so the nice thing about this is that it's going to tighten that skin because it has the caffeine in it, right? So it's not going to get rid of the fat, but it will help get rid of cellulite. It will help get rid of chicken arms. It also will help with that weird little thing underneath your chin that you're like, what is this and why? I also use it underneath my makeup because I use it as a primer because it helps to even out all my makeup as I put it on. So it looks flawless without me having to work too hard, okay? Well, Mom, I don't have time for that. All right, so Body Boost, it's amazing, okay? I would suggest that you put it on in the morning and at night and take a before and after picture, send me a photo, and you'll be in my Body Boost club, which means that you get 10% off your next bottle, okay? Sounds good? All right, Liz. Is it gone?
Yeah.
Good, I get to have some water. All right, questions, really fast. Anything?
The Miracle Oil, we took it on our Cub Scout camp out this past weekend, and it actually kept the mosquitoes away.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yes.
also works once you already get them and you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You're tearing apart your legs, scratching.
Yes. It helps heal so many things. My daughter's constantly falling. Constantly. Of course I was gone, okay? This always happens when I'm gone. I went to Cincinnati for a think tank for Chris, for our CEO. He flew me out there, and Lila fell, apparently, with my husband, and she's got like this big old like, I call it road rash, you know, like they're like their skin, you know, and so my daughter asks for Miracle Oil. Mama, miracle, because she can't say this yet. Miracle now. I'm like, okay. So like 3 or 4 times a day I'm putting Miracle Oil on her body, and it is literally healing it. So she reminds me when she wakes up before nap time, after nap time, it's hysterical. So it really does work. I think I'm like halfway through on my own body, like my own Miracle Oil. We're ready? Okay. So what was I going to talk about? I know that you live here somewhere. Alright,
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my basic instinct.
God, I love that stuff.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'm just putting it on too.
Alright, so there. Alright, so ladies, I am a mom, and if it doesn't have like 12 different ways to use it, I don't have time for it, right? So which is one of the reasons why I tell you all the different ways that something works, because you should know them, right? Ladies, that's the difference between us as consultants and others who don't stay students, right? Because we can tell them, hey, this works for this works for that. We can tell them, hey, you're going through menopause. These would be the best lubricants for that, and also make sure that you are chatting with your doctor as well, right? We always want to do that. CYA. So these are all the reasons why, like, our teams are kind of like, I'm going to say better than others, because of the fact that I have been to vendor events and I've said, hey, did you know that this and this is for body dew? I'm like, no, I thought it was just like a lotion kind of thing. And she had a consultant, she's been to parties. And that person is on board of directors. That's a problem. All right, so Between the Sheets. Between the Sheets is my favorite. And not only that, it comes in one story. It's my favorite, okay? So the best way to use this is it literally gets rid of the wet spot, ladies. So what does that mean, okay? We all know what the wet spot is. The wet spot is when we decide that we are not going to sleep in it, we're going to do the wiggle. And he knows what we're doing. Our significant other totally knows what we're doing. And I'm like, not sleeping in it. I'm not sleeping in it. And that's when he decides he's going to be a wild man, right? He's going to twist you and turn you, and you like, by the time you hit the mattress, you're like, that was amazing. And I'm on my side. Why? Okay? You have those moments, right? So this way you no longer have to worry about it. You can go ahead and you can spray your sheets afterward, and it's going to turn into a powder. It's a talc powder. It's going to literally get rid of the wet spot, and it makes your sheets feel like satin. Who here, ladies, has tried to have sex with satin sheets? There's always that one person. And I'm like, all right, so I'm going to share you something, okay, with you. There's one way and one way only to properly have sex in satin sheets. You ready? You're going to put your Nikes on. You're in a assumed position. That's not cute, ladies. Please don't do it, okay? Imagine me doing that pregnant. That was fun. So, and I literally would pop a squat and they'd be like, oh, I might not make it up. So, this also works really well for Mountain Dew. The dew between your mountains. Now, ladies, if you have more like molehills, that's totally okay too. And, you know, we can make it work. So... well, people are like out of town mountains. I'm like, molehills work too. We all sweat, right? Sorry, I'm awful. Oh my god. So it's true, or it wouldn't be funny. So what ends up happening, ladies, is you're going to take off your bra, not right now, right? You're going to go ahead and you're going to spray them in your bra cups. What ends up happening is that you're going to let it dry, put it back on, and you're going to find that it's actually going to help mitigate that wetness, okay? What else is this great for? Closed-toed shoes, okay? Because our feet tend to sweat in closed-toed shoes, right? So this way, and everyone looks at their feet when they're wearing closed-toed shoes. I love it. So what ends up happening is you can go ahead and you can put this in, and it actually will help get rid of the wetness, which also makes the smell as well. I have no shame, and I will totally go ahead and spray this in my husband's shoes, okay? This is also great too because we live near a beach, right? So sometimes you go out and you forget to take those wet towels and the wet clothes and everything out of your car. So it kind of smells a little yucky, right? You can go ahead and you can spray it in your car too, and we'll get rid of it as well. Also works as an air freshener as well, and this way you don't have to worry about Febreze when you have those tile floors. Hits the floor and then you end up having a wee moment. It's not a cute one either, okay? So you can put this, reason I call this a foreplay product is because of the fact that you can put this on your sheets. It feel really nice, they smell amazing, and when they smell amazing and they feel amazing, how much more do you want to roll around in them? Between the sheets. And then I go ahead and I make sure I roll this on everybody. You can do this, if you have a large party, ladies, you can do this before the party starts. Okay, so you're walking around and everyone's chit-chatting, you're like, hi, so my name is Jennifer, I'm going to be your consultant today, and start learning people's names. I'm walking around with Basic Instinct, and what this is going to do is this is going to give you your own scent. This is all pheromones. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, okay? I'm rolling, right?
Just like in love with that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, go ahead and smell your neighbor. No, really, Please do. So this way, you're also going, okay, so when you can give me a second, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna start walking into the living room for me. This is you doing crowd control, okay? Without having to be like, whoosh, please just get in the damn living room, okay? Because when it's 20 women and they haven't seen each other in a really long time, it's hard to get them moving, right? This way, you're the sweet consultant that put something on her arm and made everybody happy.
That's the basic instinct.
That's the basic instinct. So, the other nice thing about basic instinct too, ladies, is who here suffers from migraines? Anybody? Okay, so this is magical. The reason why is because you can go ahead and put this on your forehead, on your temples. And it's going to get rid of your migraine. Reason why, and everybody asks me why, is because there's essential oils in this. Okay, not just the pheromones as well. And who here has really bad allergies and it stuffs up and it goes into their ears and they have double ear infections and no! On your ear, on the outsides of your nose, it's gonna flush out your nose and you're no longer gonna have to worry about those antibiotics. Save you money, y'all. Okay.
Third pop.
I found this out. It sounds ridiculous, but I was at President's Club and I was on the trip and I was in Chris's house and one of the consultants saw that I was suffering, like it was different pollen. I didn't know what to do, and she's like, do you have your basic instinct? I said, yeah, I do, and she's like, let me tell you this, and I was like, my world is never the same. It's amazing, okay? And there's always a few people that definitely have that issue, right? And I also tell them that it increases your commission. It makes people nicer to you. I will not go through TSA without this. Literally. Seriously. Okay, I got 40 ounces of breath smoke through security. They never looked. Basic instinct. Okay? So this works, right? And I said, who here waits tables? Who here, is a flight attendant? Who here has to deal with people on a daily basis? And there's always somebody that has to deal with people, and this really helps. Okay, so that's basic instinct. And then I always tell people, go ahead, and this is the interactive part, ladies. Smell your neighbor. And they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, really, smell your neighbor. So I was like, get up and smell your neighbor. And they go and they smell and everything, and I get them back up, and this way they're back focused, right? Sometimes they need to move around a little bit. Okay. And then I go right into pretend this is candle, please, okay? That's mine at home. So, all right. So I promised y'all foreplay, right? Are we ready? So how often, ladies, does a massage end up turning into the gateway for sex? Right? You ask for a massage, they're like, yeah, of course, baby, I'll give you a massage, right? And if you're wondering, ladies, this totally works at a party that is also, because I say couple instead of him or her, right? Because you never know who's going to be in your room, right? It's not always going to be a heterosexual room, right? If that's even a thing. But you always want to be sure that you're gauging your group, right? So I can turn, the second I know, I turn it and I make it even more friendly, room friendly, right? So it works for if Crystal's on here, she will probably tell you. It works for all kinds of couples, right? And that's one of the reasons why this works so well. So I was like, so you ask for a massage.